Why is it that some businesses seem to have a never-ending supply of clients while others struggle just to find their next lead? And why are some people able to command premium pricing while others constantly have to negotiate and discount and struggle just to get by? And can you imagine just how much better, easier, and more profitable your business would be if you could generate clients on demand, anytime you wanted? Now, I appreciate this may sound too good to be true, but the reality is that millions of businesses are doing this exact thing every single day, and you can too. So in this video, I'm going to give you 7 of my best client generating tips so you can start generating more clients and growing your business today. Let's get to it. Clients are the lifeblood of business, and the volume of new clients coming into your business means the difference between surviving and thriving. So here are 7 tips that you can use in your business to immediately start generating more clients and more revenue. When it comes to generating new clients for your business, it's important to understand that you don't need to reinvent the wheel. In fact, pretty much regardless of what business, market, or industry you're in, there are some proven marketing and client acquisition principles and steps you can follow that are all but guaranteed to work. This is because marketing and the process of acquiring new clients and growing your business is a whole lot more scientific and predictable than you might think. This is why rather than going out there and trying to invent a brand new way to get clients, you're much better off to simply learn and model and borrow from those who have gone before you, as well as those who are successfully growing their businesses right now. It's up to you. You can be creative and try to find a brand new way that may or may not work, or you can be profitable and use a system that's worked effectively for thousands of others just like you. The fact is, if you want a steady stream of new leads, clients, and revenue coming into your business consistently and predictably, you're gonna need to have a plan. Now, you can create this plan on your own, or you can also check out my proven and effective modern marketing plan and simply follow the steps. To learn more, you can visit modernmarketingplan.com or check out the link in the description box below. All right, moving on to tip number 2, which is all about doing the right things in the right place for the right people. One of the biggest reasons that a business fails to attract high quality and high paying clients is because they fall victim to the myth that you need to do everything and be everywhere. And what this always leads to is doing a ton of things poorly rather than a few things well. Trying to do everything, everywhere, and for all people is a crazy idea that leads to frustration, burnout, overwhelm, and spreading yourself way too thin across too many different useless and irrelevant marketing channels. The better strategy then is to focus first on your market, then on your message, and finally on your media. This means doing the right things in the right place for the right people. Let's start with the right people. The right people, well, these are your ideal client avatars. Those perfect fit clients that love you, love what you do, and want to tell everyone about just how great you are. They're the ones you love working with. They pay on time, they rarely complain, and they respect and appreciate you and are happy to pay you for the true value you provide. Needless to say, you want more of these people as clients. And that means first identifying what they have in common, like age, gender, income, where they live, what they like, and things like that. By doing that, it allows you to then go out and find more people just like them. All right, next, let's talk about the right things. These are the messages and content you put out that makes these right people feel seen and heard and understood and appreciated. And the way to do this is by first understanding what their biggest pains and problems and frustrations are, and then crafting your marketing to address them. I call these miracles and miseries. Their miracles are all the things that they want that your business can help them achieve, and their miseries are all the problems they're trying to get away from right now. Again, that your business can help solve for them. And the better you understand these, the more effective all of your marketing will be. Then you have the right place. The right place are the social media channels or networks or platforms that you decide to use in order to reach your ideal client avatar. After all, like I've already covered, there's no need to do everything and be everywhere. And this is because your ideal client avatar isn't everywhere doing all the things. Rather, they're probably tightly concentrated in 1, 2, maybe 3 at most different channels, which means you can save a ton of time and money and energy by just going there and avoiding everything else. But here's something important to remember about this. Despite what you may hear about how Instagram is the best place to get new clients, or Facebook is still the dominant leader, so you need to focus there, or YouTube is the most effective marketing channel today, or whatever else someone's trying to sell you on, the reality is that there is no one-size-fits-all marketing channel. What works for someone else may not work for you. And worse, what works for you today may not work for you tomorrow, which is why you always need to be staying current and up to date. Fortunately, when you have a plan in place, either one you create from scratch or using the modern marketing plan, making quick changes is easy to do and will always ensure that you're on track to get the best results possible from your marketing. All right, moving on to tip number 3, which is all about mastering the client conversion journey. The great physicist Albert Einstein once said, "Nothing happens until something moves." Now, he wasn't talking about marketing, at least I don't think so, but the quote still stands. The point here is that if you want to get more clients for your business, you're going to need to take action. Makes sense, right? And yet, somehow, the common consensus or generally accepted practice is to rely solely on referrals and word-of-mouth marketing. I call this hope marketing, because rather than following a system and a plan, you're simply sitting, waiting, hoping, and maybe even praying that someone will call you so you can finally end this vicious cycle of feast and famine. So rather than playing the waiting game, I'm going to suggest strongly that you first create a simple plan. Next, make sure you've got marketing alignment through your market, your message, and your media choices. And then once that's done, you can deploy a few of the following tactics I'm going to list out now in rapid fire succession. So grab a coffee or whatever your beverage of choice is, a pen, some paper, whatever your note-taking device of choice is, and let's dive in. It's time for you to stand out from the crowd and get to work on getting your message heard above the noise of your competition. This is where the marketing term differentiation comes into play. Here's where you want to find what makes your business unique in the marketplace and then expand on it. An important point here is that you want to pick something that your clients actually care about. Being different just for the sake of being different can work, but it's a whole lot more challenging. A great way to build the know, like, and trust factor is to provide value up front. This helps alleviate any fears or uncertainty your potential clients may have by taking the first step and going first and showing that you know what you're doing. If you want a steady and consistent supply of new leads and new clients, you need to be providing a steady and consistent supply of value. Now, this can be done through your website or blog or social media or white papers or articles or even free initial consultations. How you provide value is completely up to you, so the best plan is to find a way that you'll enjoy and be able to be consistent in. Though I've already discussed the importance of finding where your ideal clients are present and active online, and then going there, I thought it'd be helpful to cut down on some of the options and at least point you in the right direction. And that means when it comes to looking at different marketing channels, you really can't go too wrong by looking into 1, 2, or a few of the big 4. The big 4 are made up of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Billions and billions of people use these sites, which means regardless of what kind of client you're trying to attract, you can probably find them on at least one of these platforms. So start there. Next, once you've managed to get the attention of your ideal client, maybe they've visited your website, maybe they've commented on one of your posts, or maybe they've downloaded your free report. Well, now it's time to make sure you never let them go. Not in a creepy stalker way, but in a way that enables you to continually follow up with them, stay in touch, and keep on providing value until they eventually become a paying client. Email is probably the best way to do this, as you have full control over your email list, but there are other strategies to look into as well. And this is why the next thing you're going to want to do is check out the video I have linked up right here on marketing strategies for service-based businesses. So make sure to check that out now, and I'll see you in the next episode. And the way that you build out a nurture sequence is to unleash the funnel. Basically, a marketing funnel is simply a process to walk them through the customer journey from being cold.